Bad weed made my cortisol spike.
Well, some weed can make cortisol spike, actually.
I just wrote that as a bar.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Some motherfuckers
very new, very trendy, very modern.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking yo, have you seen Clav's recent interview?
The one where he was talking about tiptoeing?
TipToe maxing?
Bro, I'm so sorry, but that's just...
Like, at this point, like, he has to be just trolling, bro.
I think he just... But
this idea where, like, if you're short, you gotta, like, make yourself look as tall as possible, even to the point where, like, you gotta wear high heels.
Wait, did we start already?
We did, but we could stop whenever.
No, go ahead. But I just think it's pretty...
Like this, even to the point where you gotta wear high heels and like.
What do you mean you gotta wear high heels? He said that shit,
bro. In the clip, he's talking about how like, because the podcast host is like,
you sound like you sag your pants a little bit and tiptoe.
Sag your pants a bit so you can hide the heels.
Yeah,
and then just tiptoe max.
I'm sorry, bro, but there has to be an element of gay shit involved.
For context, the podcast host asked this guy named Clav, who's like this looks maxing dude who believes looks are everything, it runs everything in the world, and he asks him, yo, if I'm a short guy and how could I hide that? Like, cause this whole thing is like tiptoe maxing and doing whatever you can to look as tall as you can with the...
Tiptoe maxing is not the way to go in life.
And then he's like, yo, how do I hide that, like, in bed, though? Like, when we finally get to the house and, like...
When are we gonna get to I don't give a fuck maxing, bro?
Bro, he's like, yo, for...
You know how much cortisol spikes you gotta get since he's always bitching about stress and shit, you know, and how much it fucks up your looks.
If you want to make your shoulders look bigger, just fucking
lift weights.
Put these like shoulder pads.
Oh fuck.
Under your shirt and just shoulder max.
Yeah, but you gotta be able to own who the fuck you are, bro. Like you can't always be fucking hiding.
It's kind of embarrassing.
The reality of who the fuck you are.
You think he's living the aesthetic life?
Well, if first of all, the aesthetic life in the literal sense, yeah. Right? Yeah.
Like this dude is literally...
In the sense that Kierkegaard described it.
Like, that's all that matters to him. Like,
it was it's pretty ridiculous shit.
It's kind of insane how you, like...
You know, bro, how I put this? I was watching, you know, female midget wrestling porn the other day, and
bro, where's the website?
And now there's I can't even remember the fucking name of the website.
Female midget wrestling porn?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Okay.
And I was beating off and shit, right? And so the problem is, you know, I thought to myself, why the fuck am I beating off? Why am I doing this?
They're women, bro.
And then I thought to myself, you know, what if I just went Louis C.K.? What if I just went Louis C.K. on a bitch
what are you...
and just fucking just nutted on the bitch, just right there, like the guy that
like
hit
Dollar Tree Man,
like Dollar Tree Man, right? What if I did some wild shit like that, but ethically, right? I thought to myself, wait a second, there's always these advertisements in porn, right? And the advertisements are like, chat with some fucking bitch on a camera. But
I thought to myself, single moms.
But I thought to myself, no. That's some model bitch. Right. No, I need a bitch that actually wants to stare at a cock right now, right?
Yo, have you seen those weird ass videos where like the title would be like, oh, beating off, girl caught me, and like she just starts like continuing.
What do you mean she starts continuing?
Like the whole freaky kink is that like he's beating off somewhere and like she catches him and she just like
lets him do it?
No, either lets him do it or she does it for him. Like,
oh, well, that's
like a whole vibe.
Well, that's definitely the Louis C.K. strategy. No, I would never go that far.
Okay.
No, I found a website, you know, and this was a legit one. I had to scroll through it and shit. First thing I see is some middle-aged bitch putting on makeup and shit. I'm thinking to myself, this dirty bitch is gonna go clubbing now.
Are you talking about like these chat
yeah, it was one of those fucking...
These cam girls.
No, it wasn't a cam girl. It was just a site where, like, random-ass fucking people go on there and just fuck it. It was sort of like Omegle, but for people that want to, like, do sexual shit.
Okay.
Right? So I went on this shit. They were like, You get 15 minutes free. I said, fuck it, bro. Let's goon max for 15
Dude,
minutes.
I hope you didn't get like 30 fucking viruses, bro.
No, bro. No. Plus, they're safe. It's all right.
All right.
You know? I didn't get AIDS.
What'd you encounter?
Like I said, I encountered this one bitch putting on makeup, and she was just... I imagine, to my surprise, that this is how she prepares before she goes to the club, right? Like, she prepares by looking at cock before she decides which cock to select for the night, right? And I sort of skip over that one. I see some other bitch just staring at the camera, right?
Uh-huh.
And just giving me a stare and shit, like just staring down my cock. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you have a camera on you?
Oh, I'm fucking beating off. I'm beating off in front of this fucking chick, bro.
This whole time, your camera's on.
Oh, my camera's on.
I did not know this. Okay.
Oh, I'm beating off, and she's seeing this.
Okay. Okay. So it's like it is like Omega. Okay, right. I see what you mean now. Okay,
right,
okay.
And then I saw that one.
Oh, brother.
You know.
Yeah.
And then I skipped that one. Right.
Wasn't showing too many.
I saw this other chick that she was like in the bed and shit, but she was like pretending. Like she was on some busy shit, and I was like, "Oh, I'm feeling ready."
Yeah.
I'm feeling ready. So I decided at that moment, wait till she looks back. Wait till she looks back.
She wasn't okay.
At the second she looked back. Blam, bro.
Busted?
Blam. Just busted.
What did she say?
I couldn't hear it. I turned the volume down, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to provoke any conversations that it might have been, you know, a little bit uncomfortable in the
All right, so
in that environment, but
as long as you enjoyed yourself, brother.
I just I had it in me and I wanted to decide, what if I went Louis C.K., bro? Like, just digital Dollar Tree on a bitch, you know?
Interesting.
And digital Dollar Tree, you know, it wasn't that bad. I don't think I'll be doing it again.
Yeah. I've never done that.
Because it really is an odd experience, you know?
Post-nut clarity hit hard.
Like, it just, you know, and I knew while I was doing it, I was like,
this is odd.
These are some random-ass bitches staring at a cock. Who are these bitches? What lives did they lead, bro?
Those are the type of people we need on the pod.
You know, I'm not so sure.
No.
I'm not so sure we do.
Not the men. I'm talking about the women.
Yeah, I'm not so sure we do.
Because they, like, you gotta be a certain individual.
Because some of them are just, like, staring type shit.
Nothing being said?
Like, they're just there to stare at a cock. And they're there to see and observe the cock and the hand's behavior.
Right.
Towards them. Right?
They don't play with themselves?
Some of them do. Some of them don't.
Some of them are just observers.
Yeah, a lot of the ones that are...
That's interesting.
Some of them just gaze into that shit like the abyss.
Yeah, freaky.
Like, they're just fucking staring at it and shit.
Okay.
And others are just, like, doing fucking chores or whatever in the house and just staring at a dick in their spare time. I imagine a lot of them are like, maybe they got... You know what I think? A lot of these chicks probably got, like, they know their spouse is cheating or whatever.
And this is their way of, like...
And this is sort of like this... They're flirting...
This is their escape, their thrill.
They're flirting with the idea of getting back at them.
Yeah,
right?
This is it.
And, like, they really don't consider this cheating and shit. And so I think they're sort of playing with it. Right. So I might have been, you know, a sort of a
home wrecker.
I might have been sort of a good way to... I was like a... How do I call... I was like a gateway...
Yeah.
To this bitch finding the guy that she's going to use as the home wrecker. Right?
Damn. They need that.
They probably do, bro.
Maybe
I was gonna say, of them might have felt like, you know...
I imagine the first dude who tried to, like, send a video of beating, like, him beating off to a chick or some shit. Or, like, the first nudes ever sent. Imagine.
I wonder.
Right?
What was the first nude ever sent, bro? It must have been
a horny ass dude.
It was definitely in black and white.
I mean, yeah, it would have to be, but nah, it would have to have been sent through email.
It might have been in color. It might have been a painting that some guy did of his cock, and he just sent it to a chick, you know.
Yo, word, yo.
I just wanted to know.
Nudes are generational.
I really wanted to know if that would be an experience that would satisfy me.
Did it?
You know? Well, I busted. I mean, I can say that much.
I mean, we could bust anything.
But I can't. But I can't really. Well.
Yeah.
but we can definitely say it was odd. We can say that.
I mean,
I didn't expect the sort of energy that I got there. You know.
it was like you were like expecting more like horny time.
It like some of them looked like they were mugging the cock. You know what I mean?
Like, nigga, get out of here.
Like they were about to get into a fight with the cock, but they wouldn't change it. They just kept staring and mugging the cock. It was like they were angry at the cock, but they wanted to see it, you know?
That's like another level of kinky.
Yeah, I don't really understand it, you know? I wasn't there to make conversation.
Bro hit like the black market.
I was there on a mission, bro.
You hit like the black market of like porn, bro. Like
it's pretty well, what I saw was like, oh, there's free trials or some shit, right? And you don't even have to do anything.
Bro,
you don't have to give any info.
I'll bring up some shit since we're here podding. I remember once I forgot what it was, bro. Something led me. Let me see. Okay, I don't remember the exact origin, but something led me to this website. Right? And it happened to be like some swinger website.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I swear to God. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm trying to think. I forgot what it was. Whatever. Long story short, I think I ended up signing up to the swinger website.
And you didn't have a bitch that was swinging, did you? You just pulled up there.
No. You could sign up.
You pulled up there to cuck a motherfucker. That's what you were going for.
No, bro. Chill. No, whatever. I signed up, right? Just curiosity, dog. You know the internet, what this shit does, dog. Yeah. Like, come on. We're out here. And I sign up, and I'm here, like, seeing these, like, it's like, it shows you people, and then it shows you, like, these, like, I think there's groups, and then parties, all type of, like, categories type of things.
This is some...
Yeah, this is like underworld swinger vibe.
Right.
It's an actual website. I can't remember the name of it, but whatever. I sign up and some shit, and then I remember like it's like these fucking chicks. Some are in like relationships. Well, most of them are, and they're looking for like a guy or a specific chick. They're looking for like they'll tell the specific description of what they're looking for, and I think I ended up hitting one of the chicks up. Right. She didn't have a man though. It was just, she was single. And I was like, I think she was like older. She was like a MILF, bro. She was probably like in her like 35 to 40. And
what'd she say? What'd you say?
I forgot what I said. It was so, this was like fucking years ago, bro. When I was probably watching porn still like that. You know what I mean? Like 4 or 5 years ago. And whatever, I'm just there. I said, I spit game, whatever. I try to do whatever I can. And she ends up telling me she's having a party of like people just like on some swinging shit. Like you could just, it's like a fuck party. Like just pull up.
It's a fucking orgy.
Type shit. And she was like, I think asking me to go or some shit. Or like just saying like, hey, if you want to come here or whatever. And then yeah, I just had an invitation. And then I thought about it and I was like, hell no.
That would be a lot of cocks in the area.
Hell yeah. I was like, yo, I can't do this. Like I just couldn't, bro. But yeah, that's the end of the story.
Yeah, I don't think that's a vibe you want to go for, bro.
Yeah, bro. I honestly, like, she sent it to me and I was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do it, bro.
You never know what she was about, bro. She could have tied your ass up.
Hell yeah, I could have been a fucking serial killer.
Fucking sold your organs and shit.
Yo, word. Who knows?
Fucking trafficked you as a sex slave in the Philippines or some shit.
But there is a swinger website. Them shits get crazy.
I bet they do, bro. There's all types
There's
of
a
shit
swinger. There's like 2 swinger clubs in Miami.
Really?
It's super odd and random.
Did that site bring you to a phase where you decided, let me see if there's some dude that'll let me go like Lil B style, like let me fuck your bitch?
Hell no. I would no. I was just curious, but there is actually one.
You don't think you weren't like even hoping a little bit that there would be some dude that'd be like, Yeah, bro, I don't want to see it. Doesn't have to be any video or anything. Just go for it, bro. Just do what you got to do. I got to go to Europe. She needs someone to keep her company for a week.
I'm just not into it, bro. If I was, I'd be honest, but like I don't know.
It's just such a fucking odd thing.
I can't see myself like going and just fucking some dude's bitch. Like it's just odd, bro. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's a swingers club. I think it's called Velvet. And it's like it's on the weirdest street. It's like by like Medley or like by like Okeechobee. It's kind of by it's by Okie. And it's super random. Like I've seen it like once or twice ever. It's like in a weird corner, bro. Like some industrial shit.
What do you see like going in and out of that spot?
It's never open. This shit's only open like 3 days or some shit.
That shit's probably open like fucking 3 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, it's some real underworld.
Like fucking 10 people go in through the back.
Type shit.
Lights stay off.
I'm sure niggas be in there paying to just cuck, bro. Or like attempt to cuck. You know what I mean? Like, It's like, bro, what are you doing? You can't live like that. Cucking, bro?
I've never been able to comprehend it, dog.
That's a form.
And we've tried so hard on this podcast to come to a firm conclusion about, like, what is it that made this motherfucker a cuck, you know? Like, what explains a guy like Adam 22?
Trauma.
Is it just being that, like, attached to a chick that he's completely willing to just degrade himself to the lowest pit of hell?
Damn, dog, that might be it, bro. Because we've all been through that. We're like, no, clear me out. We've been through that in way lesser forms. Like you've done things for a chick where you're like, damn, or you felt away, like you've been like,
I understand, but the moment that it becomes clear that like, oh, this fucking.
Oh no! Once you, first of all, that's already a high level. Like that's the worst. That's like down bad to like.
There's something that happens there, you know, that like if a man isn't.
A change happened in their relationship ever since the cucking occurred.
It's a serious fucking effect.
Like that's it. You never go back from that, bro.
Yeah.
You're never the same man.
You don't.
You think she respects Adam?
I know exactly what you mean, bro, because I've been watching something very interesting that developed over the past few days.
What?
I saw that the rapper Afro Man, right, who he made the song Because I Got High.
The classic.
You know, a few years ago, I think that the police.
Water? Pass it to me, please. Thanks.
The police entered his home on some sort of warrant for narcotics
and
kidnapping. All they found was a little bit of weed, and apparently money was missing, and some fat fuck ate his pound cake and shit. And this rapper decided to make a shitload of songs about it.
As he does, parodies. Usually.
And he was just shitting on these cops for like being mad, corrupt.
One of them was like he got a clip of them looking at the pound cake.
Yeah.
So he made a track called Lemon Pound Cake.
I mean,
and he's just he's using footage of the footage he has of them breaking in his home.
Oh yeah. One of the things I saw, you know, after he started making these songs, they sued him. Like the cops sued him for like defamation type shit,
which is crazy.
And then he went to court, right? Yeah. And in court, it was a tragedy. The way these I mean, I've seen down bad motherfuckers, and you know, a lot of times people are down bad because of themselves, bro. I don't mean like their actions. I mean their mindset. You know, like I saw. Because one of the things that Afro Man did was he talked about how he fucked this one cop's
the sheriff's wife,
right? And basically, like this woman went to court, and they were like, they were talking to her. She took the stand, and she was there, fucking bawling her eyes out, crying and shit.
She was?
Oh yeah.
Get the oh my god!
I promise you. And then next thing you know, like they interview like the husband too, like he's on the stand too. And they're like talking like
they even asked him like,
do you think
he fucked your wife? And he's like,
I don't know.
I'm like, dog.
Is there any way to like prove it?
Establish this? Like
this has done
severe damage.
This has been very harmful. He went
it's
off. It's like, well, I mean,
Yo, can we stop for 1 second?
Yeah, of course, bro.
What up? And we're back. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Technical difficulty.
The Afro Man situation really fucked me up, man, because I saw this bitch bawling her eyes out in court and shit, and the other guy talking about, like, I don't know if she fucked him or not, bro.
Crazy.
Which is wild, because that's some serious psychological warfare, bro. Like, if he really convinced you
it got to that point.
He fucked her, and you're in court because of this
now
shit.
He's really debating this shit in
if
his
it
head.
was so bad that you went to court, like, you knew, bro, like, this is a rapper that people know.
A famous one.
This isn't some fucking guy
Joe
that no one's heard
the
of.
Corner, yeah.
So, like, if this
the
goes out...
possibilities are higher now.
Now everybody knows that Afro Man might have fucked your bitch, bro.
Oh, man. And not even that, you're on video, like people know who you are.
They saw her crying and shit.
Yeah,
your wife.
Bruh.
He's talking about I've known her since middle school. It's like, damn.
Shut the fuck up.
You don't even trust her then, bro.
Long story short, though, Afro Man did win the case.
He did win the case.
Because it was cited as parody, and he's obviously just trolling fucking...
What a huge victory to make a track about lemon pound cake and fucking this guy's bitch.
And fucking having the last laugh, yeah.
Oh, just coming out on top. I mean, this was a banger. Like, people are listening to all his new tracks now.
Hell yeah.
People are like, holy shit. Bro.
They try to sue him for millions.
But people are listening to lemon pound cake, bro. Like, this
Respect.
is a...
No, Afro Man was always a real one. This is a big win in freedom of speech, dog, for music.
He came in with a suit.
Oh, the American flag.
An American flag suit, bro.
Hell yeah.
Man came in there in the red, white, and blue saying, justice will prevail, bro.
Facts, bro. Yo, shout out to the Afro Man, dog.
Fuck, bro. You gotta give it to a guy like that. Because that's some serious shit talk. And he wasn't, like, up against some fucking dude in the corner. He was up against, an entire police department.
The department, yeah, bro. These guys were suing him for a lot, bro. This wasn't baby dick money. That is insane, bro. Bro, did you see this clip that's gone viral of some rapper?
Which one?
His name's La Russell.
La Russell?
Yeah, bro. He got a little buzz... a little while ago, because he made some comments about how Wayne's music didn't have any substance. Have you seen that?
No, I'm not sure I saw that, but I mean, what did he think?
There's a new clip that is like, this is really the biggest.
I just don't know what he thought Wayne was trying to do. Did he think Wayne was trying to write a fucking dissertation?
No, he was saying like, damn, man, like his whole thing was like, damn. Now that I look back and I listen to all the Wayne shit, I'm like, damn, he really wasn't saying nothing. And I'm like, I disagree with that heavily, bro.
I mean,
there are some tracks that Wayne is really spitting some shit that has substance in it, bro. Like, to say that is like, I get it that Wayne has a lot of tracks where he's just like, bro, it's just braggadocious, drugs.
Look, he has said some powerful things,
Hell yeah.
There was one time when he said, I done did everything except trust these hoes, and that to me...
Come on, bro. That's Socrates level. That's fucking...
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That was only in Athens would you hear something like that,
Facts. Check out this clip. The clip is him. He's talking to a crowd of people. He's a rapper. So, and he's like, my engineer told me not to drop this.
Oh, shit.
And that's the exact reason why I'm about to drop this right now.
Oh, fuck. He was trying to be Kanye there.
Check him out. And this is what the song was.
I made this record and I sent it off to my engineer, and he calls me. He said, man, you probably shouldn't put this out. I said, why? What the hell happened? He said, you talking about Epstein this?
This shit got super viral and people are shitting on him for this.
Thank you for calling me. I'm finna drop this.
Just watch this, bro. Oh,
That's
God.
exactly why we need it. Because everybody sit and be silent. And the goal of an artist is to express the times.
Yeah.
Discuss,
We get it,
all
bro.
the things that nobody else want to say. Eat it if you don't let them vent.
Okay, hold up.
I'm not perfect, and neither is the president. Was guiltier than a nigga hiding evidence. You can't be mad that they heated if you don't let them vent. Even the devil was heaven sent. Even Malcolm was heaven sent. Even Martin was heaven sent. Even Kanye was heaven sent. We all heaven sent.
We all haven't seen it. Donald too.
We all have been sent.
Yeah.
Epstein too. We all have been sent.
Epstein too, Abe.
Yo, the Epstein too.
Adolf too.
Adolf too. Yo, this man. Yo, this man is.
Even you.
Bro,
All
that.
have been sent.
We all haven't said
That's some shit I would do to troll, bro. But that's not some.
No, he wasn't trolling.
I know he wasn't. That's
He
what's
was
sad
dead
about it.
serious.
That's what's sad about it, bro. Like,
Yo, he said Epstein too.
it's like, bro, all of us were pretty much the same.
That was his point. But dog,
Hitler, Epstein, you,
we're all the same. We're all having some.
same shit, bro.
Even the commies were having some, bro.
They're all great people.
Come on, bro.
You know.
Fidel,
Fidel,
he was having some, bro.
great guy.
Stalin,
Great guy.
Mao, come on, bro.
Tremendous guy.
We're like them, bro.
So what? Doesn't matter how many millions died, bro. Accidents happen, motherfucker.
Nah, you could tell he was a little cautious about saying Epstein too. He took a pause. There's like Epstein too.
Well,
Like,
because he didn't want to get Epstein too, bro.
I can't believe he said that, bro. His engineer was right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got viral and like I think his account got deleted for a bit. Not deleted, but he deleted his own account for a bit. Like he was really.
Damn, he took the walk of shame?
I think he doubled down on it. He's like, yeah, we're all heaven sent, whatever. Like he said some shit. I didn't see the clip or whatever, but just thought that was a funny ass clip, bro.
I mean,
I laughed when I first seen it. I'm not gonna lie. Bro said Adolf too, dog.
let's play devil's advocate for this poor fuck.
Let's go.
Let's do it, bro. I mean, let's just say, right?
I mean, it would only apply to people that believe in God, Abe, does it?
what
To an
the-
atheist, that's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That holds no value.
Right. I mean, you would have to reinterpret it as an atheist if you wanted it to have any substance at all. Obviously, it couldn't have any religious meaning. It could only mean something like, everybody is conscious and experiences life or some shit like that. But
That would be the only thing.
that really has nothing to do with.
What makes a person.
I mean, when you go to shit like heaven sent, I mean, I don't even know what the fuck he means when he says shit like heaven sent.
We're all children of God.
We're all made in the image of God, but heaven sent? What the fuck is he talking about?
I think it was just a way of just. In rap, you gotta say it in a cool way, bro. Like, you can't be like,
I know, but that wasn't a cool way.
I know, saying
That was
Epstein
just corny
too.
as fuck.
Epstein was heaven sent was not cool, bro. How could you.
I just don't know why he thought people were gonna feel that shit. Like, he thought he was gonna
He
come
thought
out
he was cooking, bro.
and it was gonna be on some other shit.
Bro really thought he cooked. All the reaction videos are great. Like, everybody's cool with it. And then when it hits Epstein, it's like, yo, dog, what? That was my first reaction, too, dog. I already knew it was going to head toward a bad thing when I started hearing Kanye, Donald.
But he went from there to Adolf too.
Yo, yeah, that was like the home run.
He's like he's there. He's like a very shitty lawyer, you know.
Yeah, a bad
My
one
client is innocent.
type shit.
Adolf too.
We all haven't seen.
It's a dangerous approach for a career, bro.
I mean, I respect it in the sense only that, like, I guess he's trying to be bold.
But
I don't respect the message though.
I would have respected it if it was like trolling.
He wasn't though.
If he would have made sure that this was like
a joke.
oh, I want the audience to feel like I'm being real right now.
Oh, that was his goal, bro.
And then I'm gonna clown you guys for this shit.
He wouldn't have said the whole engineer story if he wasn't going for that, you know? Like, he even like upped this shit, like, yo, guys, this is what's in the vault.
He was wrong.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, this is that secret shit I got. Y'all really want to hear this? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna drop that, bro.
I don't know, bro.
Brother should have kept that in the vault, dog.
Let's pause for a sec, bro.
We'll take a break.
I need a moment after that, bro. Anyway, what else you got for me there, bro? You're rolling a blunt, you know.
Dude, let's watch that Trump clip. We gotta watch this. It's actually insane.
This Trump clip. This is Trump with
the Japanese Prime Minister. This happened like this week, a couple days ago. It's pretty insane.
I haven't seen this, but it should
Perfect.
be. It should be interesting.
Oh, it is.
We're getting an ad, folks. We're getting an ad.
For fucking Jurassic Park.
Velasco has not upgraded to YouTube Premium.
We are not getting paid. This is not an ad. Fuck Xfinity.
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Japan and US are very good friends, but one question, why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. You know, when we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody.
They asked them why they didn't tell
because
them.
we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right? You know, he's asking me. Now you believe in surprise? I think much more so than us.
Yikes.
And we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out, the first 2 days we probably knocked out.
Yeah.
I gotta say that
That was very
that really did silence the room.
The room,
a bit.
dog.
So just to recap, this dude asked Trump why he didn't tell Japan that he was planning on doing that on
attack
taking out
on Iran.
the leader of Iran and doing that attack, and Trump's answer was like, well, you don't want to say too much type shit, and honestly,
Japan's the best at surprises.
straight up though, like, y'all didn't tell us shit about Pearl Harbor. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. You motherfuckers just didn't tell us shit. So we didn't want to tell you shit before Hiroshima, motherfucker. How about that?
Yo, the idea that he actually said that.
That was pretty wild, bro. Like, yo, the
Trump
U.S.
is a wild boy, bro.
I don't know, like, to what degree he's, like, familiar with Japanese culture, though, but they, like, Japanese people really try to go out of their way to, like, show respect to somebody else's
100%,
culture.
100%, bro.
And so they take it really to heart when somebody disrespects their shit.
Yeah, bro.
Because can you imagine? It's like, have you ever seen a couple, right? And they got and one person in the couple is like, they're trying hard as fuck. They're doing everything for the other person.
Yeah.
And the other person's just lazy as fuck, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker gets real butthurt. It's kind of like that. Japanese culture, like, they really try.
100%.
They
bro.
really try to show respect to
You
other
never
culture.
seen, like, when foreigners go to fucking Japan, as a thank you, they always, like, bow to give their, like, thanks, and then their foreigners be trolling Japanese people by out-bowing them, and then the Japanese will not let them out-bow them. Like, they'll just keep bowing. Like, it's fucking... They're way too friendly and polite, bro. Like,
Yeah.
But, yo, Trump saying that is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that was good, bro.
That was OD. Like,
I do think he's gotten very loose.
You could tell he's gassed by everything he's done so far. But as soon as he took Maduro, I think he's been gassed ever since, bro.
I think there's something else going through his mind, bro. I think what he's going off of right now, if I were to just guess, I would say this motherfucker's thinking, yo, I got 4 years. And there's not going to be another election, bro. Let me make this motherfucking world mine.
Think so?
You motherfuckers are going to remember me, bro. You're going to remember me more than Lincoln. You're going to remember me more than Washington.
I'm not going to lie, though. Trump has done a lot of shit so far, though, bro.
He has, yeah.
Like, the fact that
This year has been wild.
We're in a war with Iran. This motherfucker pulled up to Venezuela, literally just kidnapped the fucking president and his wife.
Just fucking killed
dictator.
the leader of Iran.
Killed the leader of Iran. He's thinking of going to fucking Cuba now.
He already made an oil embargo.
Cuba right now is going through a fucking humanitarian crisis.
There's
and
power outages.
The grid is out and people are fucking struggling.
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is in the next few weeks, something bad's gonna happen to some of these people.
You
up
haven't
top.
seen the commies are trying to be out there now.
That's not gonna do shit.
There's videos of them with Miguel.
Yeah, I know, but unless they're bringing fucking nuclear bombs, they're not much.
No, I know. I think it's so funny how commies think they know what's better for Cuba.
Well, of course.
Versus the Cubans themselves that live there.
They think that the millions of Cubans that are here
Oh yeah, we're the bad ones.
All of us are lying.
Yeah, we're pieces of shit.
The only ones that are telling the truth are the ones that by law are not allowed to tell the truth.
Bruh, Hassan Piker is streaming right now from Cuba, bruh. That shit is flopping, bruh.
Well, you can't be surprised, can you?
No, he's not the only one. There's a huge...
I know. They had to... Look, they ran out of so many communists in Cuba, they had to import these motherfuckers now. Okay?
Yeah, bro.
That's how unpopular their shit is.
I just don't understand why they're I get the idea for just even trying to give them aid or anything. I get that, like, whatever. But, like, the Cuban people want U.S. to do this. Like, if I had to guess, I'm thinking...
Oh, no, I talk to my family in Cuba all the fucking time.
The majority want this.
Yeah, this is not... They are tired as fuck
of the
that
dictatorship.
System.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
They do not want that shit anymore, bro.
So this idea that these guys are like, nah, we gotta let Cuba live. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about?
See, when they say Cuba live, they're talking...
Cuba's not even live.
They're talking about the dictatorship living.
100%. Let the revolution still go on.
It's not the people living. The people don't have shit.
No, yeah, 100%, dude. Like, that's why I've been seeing a lot of these clips of not even just Hassan. There's a couple other people that are going there, fucking sucking off Miguel. Like they did.
That's what they do. They
like
suck
an applause,
off.
like crazy for this guy. Like
the
what?
useful idiot crowd. They're always gonna be there, bro. They're always gonna be there.
Fucking, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, I'm glad that they're already in the talks with the U.S. already, though. So Miguel announced it.
They don't have a choice, and they know they don't have a choice.
They're fucked, bro. Because I think Trump like threatened anybody that like if anybody tries to help, he'll put like a 15% tariff or like some crazy shit. He was like, "Yo."
Yeah, I mean the best thing would be for it to be.
He's really trying to secure that.
Everything else.
The argument goes then. I've seen a lot of people been like, "Damn," but like if they're already starving, like we don't gotta starve them out even more for the U.S. to be able to take it. Like they're saying that it's not ethically right the way they're gonna obtain Cuba versus. Go ahead.
No, I understand that argument. I understand the concept of like you don't want to make people go through even more shit than they're already going through. Right. But the problem is that like the longer you wait, the more difficult it's going to be when it does happen. Yeah. And this has been shown to be true every single time that things do get worse, and they always get worse. Yeah. And so you're either going to prolong it or you're not. Yeah. And the best way to not prolong it is to fucking end it.
No, 100%. That's why I said I'm glad the fucking U.S. is stepping in finally, bro. Like, now the question is, whatever people are like coming up with these crazy theories that like once whatever happens with Cuba, us occupying it somehow, some way, whatever we do, that we'll fucking eventually like build a bridge to Cuba, have motherfuckers driving there, like all type of wild shit.
Well, bridge to Cuba...
What do you think about that? You think that's an actual possibility? I know it's a far...
Do I think it's a possibility?
A far road from here. That's a long time that'll ever happen, but...
I don't know about a road to Cuba.
90 miles.
It is 90 miles. I just don't know if we're going to go and make that
really
level of infrastructure really happen.
That's going to cost so much money.
Also, it's definitely not going to happen if it's just a U.S. territory. Also, I mean, what are you going to do in the case of like a something that happens, like an actual accident there? I mean, it's not like you can just take motherfuckers straight to the hospital.
You know what's another issue, though? People are saying that, like, there's no, like, you know how in Venezuela there was an opposition to, like, Maduro's thing?
Yeah.
Since people in Cuba are so, like, they really can't say shit against the government.
The opposition has been thrown in here or killed.
Yeah, there is no, like, they don't have, like, a leader or, like, a stand.
It's not organized. What's organized is the Cubans that are here. Because the opposition of Cubans that have been kicked out of the country.
They're either prisoned,
or that have been forced to leave, or that aren't killed, that they end up here. Or they're in a prison in Cuba somewhere.
No, because that's what people are talking about. Like, because Venezuela is going to be a little easier because there is more of that. But they're saying that Cuba's going to be really difficult because there is none of that. Like, we really going to build it from the bottom up.
The thing about Cuba that it actually has is that it really doesn't have... It doesn't have the level of opposition groups that something like Venezuela has. Venezuela has a bunch of dissident groups that are basically just commie groups, too. And they're all like, it's like they're gangs.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're basically like competing for territory and shit.
Right.
And Cuba doesn't really have that. What Cuba has instead is millions of Cubans that have left the island, live in the United States, and would really like to be able to give and invest in Cuba.
And see their country flourish.
Yes, they would like to be able to start businesses. They would like to be able to do all types of shit.
Yeah.
And so building the infrastructure back up in Cuba would be a lot easier.
With that support.
And much more feasible. And also, that it's not in butt-fuck
Yeah,
Egypt.
but you could say the same thing about Venezuela. Abe. There's a bunch of Venezuelans that are here that would probably would love to come
But we
back.
don't have the level of resistance and violence in Cuba that you have in Venezuela.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that.
So what you have is it's a lot more cohesive in the sense of like people can rally around something if it's good, and they'll go for it. And there's also like just the organized movement of Cubans that has been developing for decade after decade after decade that have been ready and planning
Yeah.
how to be able to get Cuba back on track again for decades. Like this is not Venezuela has had its situation for a little bit.
Right.
In terms of like, like
It used to be the most expensive, not expensive, the most.
yeah, it used to be extremely rich relative to all the other countries in the region.
Yeah.
But the
So they had some high. Cuba's been on its low for like
Cuba was actually extremely rich Latin
before the
American
dictatorship.
country. Yes.
But how old is that? We're talking like what, 70, 60 years ago, 80 years
Fidel
ago?
Castro took power in fucking like 58, 59 type shit.
Yeah, so I remember though there was a bunch of politicians from here that always loved to visit Cuba. This would be like their destination. They'd go there.
Right.
So I've heard about that. Yeah.
Well, there was still a lot of corruption back then, and the guy that was in charge, he was a
Batista?
he was a pretty socialist dude himself.
Not as
It was
severe as
a lot of false promise socialism type shit. Yeah, he was into like social programs type shit, but a lot of it was just corrupt bullshit for him and his buddies.
But there was you would admit that there was still some flourishing at least?
No, there was definitely flourishing, especially compared to now. Cuba was receiving a shitload of money. It was a great tourist destination.
Right.
It also had actual industry that it could produce. I mean, it could produce crops. Fidel Castro pulled up and said, we're going to produce a shitload of crops. He fucked up the goddamn land, and now they don't produce shit. So it's going to be a problem, and the most challenging thing is rebuilding it, but it's actually not as complex as it seems. I mean, first of all, it's 90 miles away from the Florida Keys. So let's consider that for a second. The second part is just
but Cuba's pretty big, right?
I mean, it's the largest island in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna cost a lot of money.
It's actually not, because the fact of the matter is that, first of all, the amount of capital, right, that Cuba has is very low. I mean, if you think about what it takes to buy a house in a poor country, right?
Nothing.
Obviously, it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Right. A place like Cuba, if you actually start giving people jobs and producing shit, you're gonna be able to make things very cheap.
Right.
Now that helps the economy grow. And things are going to remain cheap until the economy grows to such a point where people are making enough money to where things actually get expensive because people have
Supply
a higher
and demand.
standard of living.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it's going to work.
It would definitely take a while though.
I don't think it's going to take as long as you might think.
Really?
Yeah, you're thinking it's going to take fucking 2 decades for Cuba to like fucking...
Maybe like at least 10.
Well, it depends on what goal you're looking at the end.
First of all, I was going to ask, what do you think the U.S. is going to do with it? I know we don't know. There's no way of us knowing.
Well, there's only a few hypotheses that are on the table so far, right?
51st state?
Yeah, that's one that's been thrown around a lot.
I don't think that's going to happen though.
No, but a lot of people are relying on Trump's wording in order to come to that conclusion.
Come with that conclusion?
Because one of the things that Trump said when he was asked about Cuba,
I'll have the honor.
yeah, I'll have the honor of taking Cuba.
I could do what I want with it.
Yeah.
I could free it. I could take it.
Yeah. And so when he went that route, people, just... First of all, let's be honest.
Trolling Miguel,
All right,
for
Trump
sure.
is not the type of motherfucker that just, he's not the most careful motherfucker when he says shit.
Yeah, but I'll take his word though.
No, I think he's definitely going to do something.
I think he's serious. Yeah, like I'm not.
Yeah, this is gonna.
And Marco Rubio is extremely.
He would not.
invested.
He's not gonna put a fucking oil embargo just to fucking scare them and be like, "Psych, bitch."
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that Marco Rubio is the.
Another reason he's not gonna do that is because he's gonna. If that ends up happening and he ends up just bluffing.
Yeah. That would be
and just
bad.
letting them keep doing what they're doing.
Nah, I'll be bad.
Whoever ends up being the Republican candidate is gonna be a big fucking trouble in Florida.
No, 100%.
A big fucking trouble.
Yeah, that'll be bad. I know he's gonna do something with it. So what it could be? It could be 51st state territory. It could be
51st state territory. Just governmental reform and.
I was gonna say, or like how Venezuela's gonna be. How it's gonna be? It's probably its own land, but like we definitely are. We have some power over it in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sort of a.
What would you call that? Territory? No.
Well, I mean, not by law.
Not by law, but it's kind of the
But
same
in
shit.
terms of what's happening, that's what's happening.
That's like how Puerto Rico is. Puerto Rico's it's
Puerto Rico is actually a U.S. territory, though.
Yeah. That's crazy. Damn, dude. Cuba, that happens to Cuba, bro.
We'll see what happens.
That's gonna be wild, bro.
Yeah. I bet they're taking a lot of bets on those websites.
Poly market, 100%. Yo,
they're taking a lot of bets on shit like.
Is Cuba gonna be taken over by?
How is Diaz-Canel gonna die in the next 3 months? You know that.
Nah, he's not, bro.
You're that confident about that?
He knows that, bro. He's right now like bowing down to Trump right now, bro. 100%.
Yeah, but he doesn't have many options. And he's not, remember, he's not just scared of Trump. This is Maduro had this problem too. He's not just scared of Trump.
Who else is he scared of?
He's scared of the fucking people there.
Oh, I feel you. Like, you mean just in the U.S.?
So he can be put in a position where he complies and gives certain things.
Yeah.
And as soon as he complies with it, they use that shit against him. Be like, now you're fucked.
Nah.
Now we gave the people some liberty. Oh, that happens all the time.
They do that to dictators all the time?
That happened in Libya with Gaddafi.
Oh, shit.
Where they ended up paying these fucking this terrorist group to like cap his ass.
Right.
They stuck a rifle up his ass on fucking video.
I think I might have seen that.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, the fucking face of horror on that man's face as a rifle was inserted up his rectum will never leave my mind. You can't unsee shit like that. This is why they tell you like war fucks you up, you know. And I can imagine, bro, like if you see a rifle shoved up a dude's rectum, bro, you're gonna lose some sleep.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're gonna need therapy. You're gonna need some shit.
No, that is wild.
But how long? I mean,
But you really think they're gonna top Miguel?
You think Miguel Diaz is gonna die of natural causes?
I don't think the U.S. is gonna do anything to him, bro.
You think he's gonna die of natural causes?
Probably, bro. Sadly, I think that if he does it in the most, how do I say it, like the most appealing way to the U.S., like whatever they speak.
Yo, the way that's appealing to the U.S. is gonna fucking leave him dead.
They're not gonna kill him, bro. They didn't kill Maduro, Ape.
Oh, they might capture his ass and let him rot in prison. That might happen.
Oh, that might be a possibility. 100%.
But he's not gonna be fucking.
But what's gonna be the charge?
He's not gonna be moving to the fucking Bahamas.
You don't think they're gonna cut a deal where he allows to like go somewhere and just live freely? Motherfucker might go to Russia.
They might let him go somewhere for.
He's gonna go to Russia, bro.
For a few months.
He's gonna go to Russia, bro.
And after a few months, something might happen.
Nah, I think. Well, I'm not.
Something's gonna happen.
Like I said, I think if he successfully gives Cuba to them, they cut a good deal. He fucks off to Putin world. He's straight, bro.
I mean, even if he goes somewhere else,
he has to go to a communist country. Obviously,
someone's gonna cap his ass.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna cap his ass.
For the name of the Cuban people, or just for the hell of it?
All you need is some fucking rich Cuban Jew in Miami Beach who decides
he's not pulling up to Miami. You know that's the last place. Miguel.
No, that's you gotta see. That's not what I said. He's hanging out there in Spain.
Type shit. Like if he pulls up. To
Guy
Spain,
in Miami Beach says, "I know some people in Spain."
It's over with. Oh, I see what you mean.
I own 4 Sedano stores and shit.
The Cubans are cool with the Russians too.
All my homies and shit.
A lot of Russian blood is in Cuba.
I know a lot of people that really would enjoy living with $3 million right now. And man, I could really use that guy not being alive. Let me just go ahead and send that entire let me send this guy, you know, like 12 bitcoins.
Yeah.
Just 12 bitcoins, you know, just straight up.
Yo, we haven't heard a word from Maduro, bro.
What do you think he would say, like, if CNN interviewed his ass? Like, how do you think he would?
Oh yeah.
Estoy pinga.
Yeah, he'll say some. He'll try to like be on some funny shit. He has some charisma. I'll give him that.
I'm sorry, but he always comes off as retarded.
He is retarded, but
Like he has a very low IQ. He's mad gangster in the way he operates, but he's not intelligent.
oh, of course not. I mean, he got fucked, but
Fidel Castro, as much as he's a piece of shit, he was intelligent.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn. So he knew what the fuck he was doing.
he knew. Yeah,
He
exactly.
knew exactly what he
Yeah.
was doing. He wasn't a retard.
Yeah,
Damn. That's even worse.
it wasn't just the power play.
No, I'm saying that makes him even worse then.
Yeah, it does.
Because if you're a fucking genius and
What?
you're doing this shit just strictly off of ego shit, like this is just egotistical,
Yeah, well, I mean,
psychopathic.
for both of them, that's the case.
yeah.
But just in the case of Castro, he's much more able to manipulate people.
Yeah.
He's
No,
very,
yeah, it's both evil, of
he's
course.
very good at it. I mean, think about and
Motherfucker pulled up to Manhattan with fucking, what's his name? Malcolm X.
yeah.
What the fuck is that? Thought that was goofy.
This was even before people knew that he was
That he was gonna be a
that he
communist.
was gonna end
I'm
up being a
aware.
fucking dictator and shit.
I know. He was anti-communist back then. We're not communist, or whatever he said.
Yeah,
He was lying his ass off. I know.
Yeah, he was capping the whole time, of course.
That's what they gotta do, bro.
That's how it always was.
Number one rule, bro. We're not gonna take your property. Of course not. We don't believe in that.
What else you got for us?
I don't know. We could take a break.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Wow.
And we're back.
Well, you just showed me Tucker Carlson grilling the fuck out of Sam Altman, the guy in charge of
OpenAI.
OpenAI. You know, dude's overseeing ChatGPT,
Yeah.
and it was basically Tucker Carlson busting his balls for an hour.
Yo, straight grilling.
And basically, but that was interesting, that part where they talked about this murder, because basically this person who worked for OpenAI ended up appearing dead, and
They called it a suicide.
and it was ruled a suicide, and the family thinks that he was murdered, and they're talking to him, and the guy.
There was also apparently the guy who died was accusing OpenAI of committing crimes and
Right.
doing some shady shit, pretty much.
So that definitely adds an element of that adds like a possible motive if
Yeah.
it's the case. So that is pretty interesting. But then we see that this guy Sam Altman is getting grilled hard as fuck, and honestly at
Being
that
mad,
point.
passive aggressive.
And Tucker's demeanor throughout that entire debacle is kind of hilarious.
It is. It's extremely funny.
I can't stop laughing at shit like this because the man is clearly accusing him, but will never in his life admit that he is. You know.
He's literally implying
Yes.
the whole fucking.
It was
video.
obviously a murder. You know. It sounds like an accusation that you're asking me.
The wires were cut. The cameras.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, this guy is just.
Yeah, and
He's fresh with it, bro. Like, he doesn't care, bro.
the family thinking that it was a murder. I mean,
That's his way. I mean, that's why he's like asking all this. He's saying that his family is asking these questions, and he's asking in their half, pretty much. So
I do have to say though,
I
like,
get it to a degree, but I mean, fuck it, bro. Like, if the family wants to know,
no, 100%. I have no issue with that. I don't know anything about the case or the circumstances
Me
of the
either.
murder other than what they stated there in the interview. Tucker kept saying that there was blood in more than one room, and just a couple of other things that to him didn't seem like something that a
Cameras
suicidal
were
person
cut.
would do. He talked about how the guy ordered takeout and then killed himself, and
He ordered DoorDash.
Tucker says, like, who orders DoorDash and kills himself? And I kind of disagree with that. I think a lot of people do.
Obviously, a lot of people do, bro.
So I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know what he was on.
Yeah, that to me seems but I do have to say, I mean, if it did go down that, you know, there's these open AI crimes and they ended up just murdering one of their workers in order to get rid of the possible scandal that might arise from that would be some shit.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I wonder how bad it is. There's so much shit going on out there, bro. How many people have been Epstein, bro?
Motherfuckers that like could live like that though is crazy, bro.
You know that people got Epstein connected to Epstein after Epstein got Epstein?
Word? Well, I don't want to say, but Virginia.
And Jean-Luc Brunel?
Who's Jean-Luc Brunel?
Exactly.
Who is that for real?
He was his homeboy.
Epstein's?
Owned MC Squared or MC2, whatever the fuck it was called. And it was a modeling agency that they would use to sort of, you know, get some ladies over there at Little St. James or whatever. And basically, this guy ended up also getting arrested in connection to the same type of crimes. And he ended up in jail, and he ended up suiciding himself in jail.
No way.
Yeah. Google search him, Jean-Luc Brunel, bro. I'm telling you.
Damn. The odd one for me was the Virginia chick. People were saying that, like, the shit she was saying wasn't... There was a lot of, like...
Crazy shit?
Yeah, because
she was on some reptilian shit.
You said she said that, right?
She did.
But she also accused of, what's that dude's name? Doofenshmirtz, that lawyer guy.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is, that Epstein, he
Lawyer.
represented him. She claimed that he was doing some weird, that they trafficked the girl. I think she trafficked him to him or whatever, her to him. And he was saying that wasn't true. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation about it. Whether she was like boosting or just gassing it up. But I think I believe her, bro. I don't see any reason why
I don't think that it would be in her interest to gas that up.
Yeah, I don't see why it would. Like, why would you even want to bring that info out if I was lying?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's odd, right?
That doesn't seem to make any sense to me.
And the fact that she committed suicide, like, come
After
on.
she got into this terrible car accident all of a sudden.
Come on, brother.
Where she was talking about I'm not suicidal type shit, and then she gets suicided. It's
Come on, dog.
It's very odd shit, I have to say, bro.
Damn, man, that's fucked up that she went through that.
Yeah.
That's some shit, bro. The Klan's out here fucking lying.
At the end of the day, bro, you never really know what happened, you know what I'm saying? I saw Bill Clinton at his deposition when they were questioning him about the Epstein files, and he saw some pictures. I swear to God, this man smiled at that shit. He thought he was like, oh.
Damn, Bill is old as fuck,
It's
bro.
back in the day.
He's super old, bro.
I was getting down with Hill Dog.
Damn.
I like to imagine that like he calls Hillary Clinton Hill Dog. You know what I'm saying?
You know he does.
She is a dog.
Yeah, you could tell Bill was talking crazy like that.
He's freaky as fuck.
Hell yeah. What was it? The Clan Chronicles, bro?
That
I've
shit
seen a little bit of that, and it was like a fucking reality show. These bitches were getting interviewed, telling the stories of how Bill was like snorting lines
just
and like
mad coked up.
pulling up to the bar, like
Yeah.
always, like fucking with the shorties.
Yeah.
Like, yo, dude was wild, bro.
He was on
and he
that.
was the fucking governor at the same time, right?
Governor of Arkansas, bro.
Yo, bro was out there,
Yeah.
bro.
He probably inspired a lot of rappers.
I mean, he was hella charismatic. People fuck with Bill Clinton. Like, forget about, like, before all this, like, crazy
Oh,
shit.
they used to say he was the first black president.
Yeah, culturally, people really rocked with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What was his policies that people liked?
He was a Democrat, and
I know other than that, but, like, was there any, like...
he helped a lot with the welfare state, and he knows how to play the saxophone.
I remember that.
With shades on at night, that's some fucking rapper shit.
I remember growing
Shades
up.
on in the studio at night?
My parents liked Bill Clinton. Like, I was like, what? Why?
I don't know.
I never understood it. Like, that's how I knew
The economy was good.
during that time.
Yeah, so
Okay, that could be that as well. Well, he was definitely liked, right? Who did he go against? Al Gore?
I think Al Gore at some point, but Bush also went out against Al Gore.
Yo, Al Gore is an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's a weird
He's one of the
dude.
first dudes that I ever heard talk about, like, was he the guy that talks about climate change or am I bugging?
Obsessed with it.
I remember him, bro. It's like one of the first dudes.
Yeah.
That and him getting trolled in South Park. Man Bear Pig. Have you ever seen that?
I remember Man Bear Pig, bro. It's hard to
Fucking
forget.
classic, bro.
Yeah.
Al Gore is something, bro. That was like the most. How could I say this? Like, that was like middle school Alex Jones for me.
Yeah.
When this dude was like on his like, yo, climate change, bro. It's fucking getting crazy. It's getting hotter every year. Like, he was.
And all of our teachers were like these fucking Democrat chicks who were.
Yep. Playing his videos.
Yeah, just talking about how fucking.
How right he is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, we're green, man. Go green.
Yeah.
Earth Day, all that bullshit.
You think about the amount of shit that Germany has done in the last like 3 centuries. Like, these motherfuckers have come to a point where they ended up starting both world wars, losing both world wars. They started Nazism and they started Marxism.
Damn. I heard the first war was caused by a fucking kid.
Who told you that?
Yeah, it's actual history.
I'm pretty sure it was like when Franz Ferdinand was killed. A kid. I think it was just because they capped the motherfucker. And they didn't appreciate that motherfucker being capped.
I forgot the specific story, but Joe Rogan and Shane Gillis were talking about it.
Damn.
Might have been a kid or just a really young dude, like a 18, 19-year-old type shit.
I mean, I think the guy that killed him was pretty young, you know.
Yeah, I think that might have been.
But
When you think about it, though, a whole world war caused by a fucking. That's insane, bro.
it's a pretty wild way to escalate things, though.
No, for sure, obviously, but.
Yeah.
I mean, Vietnam War was crazy, right?
It was great, bro. People were, like, making bongs out of rifles.
They were?
Yeah, they were just smoking it, you know.
Damn.
They just put the weed in that bitch and they just fucking pulled the trigger and just...
Did we need to do the Vietnam War?
Yeah, it was great for TV ratings and the History Channel in the 2010s.
Yeah, sure. Dudes over there fucked fucking Vietnamese chicks.
A lot of Americans married Asian chicks after that. Asian chicks really love coming back to the trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're really into that. Japanese chicks.
Asian chicks are so different.
Like, I swear to God, bro. Like, tell me you've never had this desire. Like, I always wanted to at least once bust in a Japanese chick and yell Hiroshima.
You're a...
As I do. I can't be the only one, bro.
That would be hilarious.
That has to be like the name of a porno or some shit. It just has to, bro.
That would be... Yeah, she'd fuck with that.
Of course she would, bro.
Yeah.
She wouldn't look like that fucking stuck up bitch in the fucking, you know, there with Trump and shit.
Yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong. Trump is stuck up as fuck. You know, don't get it.
100%.
He's there. You know, he's like, why didn't you tell us about Pearl Harbor? It's like, motherfucker, it's been a while.
If Shorty's allowing you to bust in her, I don't think a Hiroshima joke is gonna really... You know what I mean?
She's already... It's too late.
It's already too late.
It's too late.
You're allowing me to bust in
Yeah, I mean,
her.
like,
Hiroshima is
just
coming.
take it. Just take it like a champion.
And if she enjoys it, you think that's gonna be like, oh my god, that's horrible.
No.
She's still gonna bust, bro. You feel me?
She's gonna
come.
She's gonna ask me to do it again. Actually, that's what's gonna happen.
And then it becomes.
And
like
then
this.
I'll just surprise her the next time. The next time, yeah, I won't say Hiroshima. I'll go Nagasaki.
Damn.
You know,
Switch it up.
switch it up.
Man of culture.
You know,
He knows what he's talking about.
You got to do it, bro.
She'll be interested, bro.
She'll know.
This guy knows my culture. All right. The Japanese, the Asian love the American culture, though.
They love it, bro.
Who doesn't love the American culture?
They can't go back to Hiroshima. It's like really.
Is it still bad?
Yeah, it's gonna be that way for a very, very, very long time.
For real, for real?
Yes.
Damn. Just extreme radiation.
Extreme radiation. Yes.
And I'm sure people still live by there, right?
In the area where it's
Some wild ones.
somewhat safe to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like that the shit is like I'm not sure how it works. I think it's quarantine, but I don't know exactly how it works. I think that like people generally, especially like Japanese people, tend to want to like avoid shit like that, you know, like.
But I'm sure there's always the hood ones like that. Just be like.
I know, but most people don't think it a flex, even in the hood, to like get radiation poisoning.
Yeah. No,
but there might be like a vlogger or two who might go for it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't really. It's hard to see the side of like a. I mean, there is the Yakuza. I was about to say something dumb.
Yeah.
I was about to say like you don't really see like very mischievous Japanese people. Like it's like you don't just see a Japanese. I mean, you probably do some that are westernized, like that live in U.S. and shit. But
Yeah.
the ones that live there that are like breaking laws, smoking weed, like just doing.
They do it differently.
You're right.
They like the psychopaths in Japan, like they work differently. They work through like
Even them, right? Even them.
I'm gonna start a business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck his bitch. I'm gonna do it the legal way, you know.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
The clean psychopath. The
Clean psychopath. That's how most of them are.
Yeah. The fucking
Even in the
Dexters,
US.
The Dexters, the...
Yeah. Even in the US it's like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like psychopaths, most of them are not like the ones that are going around breaking laws and shit. Like a lot of them find out like a really illegal way to get what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, illegal. Like a lot of them, especially the very intelligent ones, they want to be like CEOs. They want to work, be in charge of people, get to control people, get to be in charge of the destiny of others. Like
that makes them feel good.
That shit gets them hard, bro. They
Right.
want that, So that's what they're into. There's this hilarious ass interview about it's a woman who's a lawyer and she's diagnosed with psychopathy, right?
Okay.
So she is a psychopath. But she like goes in the interview and she's sort of like trying to explain to people like how it is.
To be one?
And yes, and she's sort of telling them like, look, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But like I can't really do much about it. Like it's not some shit that you can fix.
Mm-hmm.
So do I care like emotionally, about like whether or not you die or not? No.
Right.
But that's not really my fault, is it?
Right. I mean, fair.
My brain just doesn't let me do that. Okay.
Rational psychopath.
It doesn't mean I'm not fucking. That doesn't mean that just because I don't feel it, I'm fucking killing people or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But I really don't feel it. I just don't. Okay.
Damn.
It takes a lot to get me,
little.
to get my blood pumping and shit. To get me like really
Have to be some
emotional
serious
about
attachment.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, the attachment, they don't give a fuck.
You don't think so though?
No, bro. If they're attached to something, they're attached to like what they want. It's not. First of all,
what about a psychopath that grew up his whole life with his family? Let's say.
What about it?
And you don't think even then though?
Well, they won't have empathy even then, by definition, if they're psychopaths.
No.
No.
As soon as they're born, no empathy.
They have an underdeveloped. They have There's a lot of emotional processing that goes on near the center of the brain. Mm-hmm. So like the hippocampus and shit like that, it's responsible for like producing like stress hormones and shit like that, and it's very underactive in psychopaths. Mm. And they just don't. It takes a lot for them to feel like very strong emotions about something, and even if they do feel strong emotions about something, it's not empathy.
Mm. They'll feel everything else but that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And most of it is just like in terms of like I really like this sort of emotion. I really don't like this.
I mean, do most of them know they're psychopaths?
That's a good question. I don't know. I would imagine that most of them, well, not most of them, they know what they give a fuck about and what they don't give a fuck about.
I'm just questioning how many of them get diagnosed. Probably not many.
Well, usually people get diagnosed with it after they commit a crime or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they never do anything bad,
they do a lot of studies where they randomly like get a shitload of people and
try to figure out
big ass sample size, see if they fit the criteria, and then like question them about a lot of shit without even telling them that this study has they don't even tell them that this study has anything to do with psychopathy.
In order for it to be genuine.
Right, because they don't want to like alter their responses by telling them what it's about.
Dumb.
But psychopathy is a weird one, bro. But you did bring up this thing about the family. There are some studies on psychopaths that were raised in good families. There's actually this one guy who he's a neuroscientist. He actually didn't know that he was a psychopath for most of his life. He had no fucking idea, he says.
Damn.
And then they were doing this shit, and he scans his brain and shit.
Scan his head.
So he goes in the fMRI and he does it, and anyway they his colleague or whatever like is looking at like a image from the fMRI.
How to tell him the bad news.
And he's like, "Hey, bro, what do you think about this, bro? Like, what's happening here, bro? There's such little activity in these emotional centers here."
Oh man.
Guy's like, "Oh, that guy's fucked."
Damn.
That guy's sick, bro.
Shit.
He's like, "That's you." He's like, "Get the fuck out of here. That's not me, bro."
He couldn't even believe it.
Yeah, he does this whole lecture where he comes up with this concept of like a good psychopath in order to distinguish it from like psychopaths that are just very habitually doing very fucked up shit.
I can see that though.
So can I, yeah.
Yeah, that's possible, of course.
Yeah, it's just...
There's more good psychopaths than bad.
Well, no, that's not true. But...
Really?
Really.
How many psychopaths are there?
It's about 1% of the population.
Oh, okay. And you really think...
Yeah, we know. I mean, the amount of times that it's been sampled and you just see the outcomes.
What is it? Usually they have fucking jail sheets or...
No, it's not... No, that's... If it was that, then it would be so obvious and it would be just easy to comprehend and approach. It's way worse than that.
Oh, sure.
You know, these motherfuckers, like, they get in, anywhere they get into that, right? They enjoy the power play. They enjoy owning motherfuckers. They enjoy getting their way over everything, no matter the cost to other people.
Right.
And so the problem is that they end up in a situation where, they want to be the big CEOs, and they're, instead of like doing shit that makes sense, morally, they'll end up saying, well, I don't give a fuck how many kids die in Africa. We need to make this death. Okay?
Yeah, right. No, that sounds like a lot of CEOs. They're like...
Oh, it's...
Would you say that that's probably a positive thing? Not what he said, but like sometimes being a psychopath,
it gets shit done.
It gets shit done. Yeah.
It can get shit done.
You know what I mean?
I don't deny that it can get shit done. I just deny that it usually gets things done. The
ethically.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only thing. They don't have that
but
perspective.
I don't deny the existence of the good psychopath, but it takes a lot of environmental...
Like
this is a guy, he went on to talk about why he is the way he is. He's like, I was raised in a very good family.
But he admitted, like, I don't have empathy toward...
Yeah, he did.
Okay, cool. Okay.
He did. There's a guy with a wife and kids and shit. He was like, I asked my wife about it, and like, she did tell me, like, well, now that you talk about it, there were some pretty...
Red flags.
Yeah, there were some signs,
Yeah.
She mentions like some of the responses to things that she tells him sometimes.
Very vague, just like...
It's not like an asshole, but it's like, it kind of gives it away that he's like, he doesn't...
care.
It's not like an empathy thing going on here.
There's no value in this for him.
It's
That's crazy, dude. But yet he still has a wife, and they have a good relationship.
There is a value, but the value is I don't want to say instrumental necessarily, although it is, but it's also like a value that has to do with, it's like a cognitive value instead of an emotional value. It's like, for example, when they talk to, this is one of the things they try to do in therapy with psychopaths. They try to like help them get. They try to help them to see morality and this goes back to the emotivist argument that I was talking about. Like some people that the idea that people have this, the morality that people have is based primarily on their emotional state.
The psychopath wouldn't like if a family member gets killed.
Well, it's not. Well, I don't think they give a fuck. That's the whole point. That's the issue, right?
So what is your point?
My point is that when it comes to a psychopath, they can develop, for example, in therapy, they try to do this. Usually they go to therapy after they fuck their life up, and if they're not too smart, right, they're the stupid psychopaths, they can't be the CEO, so they fuck their lives up trying to manipulate people that are smarter than them. And they go to therapy, and the therapist tries to teach them, like, cognitive empathy instead of, like, the actual emotional empathy, because they can't develop that one.
Right.
So they teach them cognitive empathy, which is, like, to understand what this person is
feeling
is going through, like, in terms of having
in a logical
thought.
way.
Yeah, just trying to understand it as an idea instead of emotionally.
Motherfucker, get the concept. Like, let's put this in your brain. Like,
and that's what you get.
That's the best you could do.
That's pretty much the best you can do. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, fair. Listen.
Yeah.
That's interesting as fuck, dude. The good psychopath, yeah.
And the stupid psychopaths really fuck their lives up, though.
Oh, those are the those are the ones that get the worst.
Yeah, those are.
That's most of them, probably.
I'm not sure. That is a good.
The good psychopath is a good question. I know there's
the good psychopath is not common. It's not the most common brand of psychopath at all.
I find that hard to believe.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I feel like there's so many out there. You don't think there's so many out there that are genuinely psychopaths? That just happen to, like you said, the good psychopath. Like, how many are there in government?
What?
No?
No, look, I'm not, like I said, I'm not denying the existence of good psychopaths, but the idea that most psychopaths have a morality that's pro-social is just not a thing. No, that's a very extremely, like.
Yeah? Okay.
It's very difficult to get me to buy that.
Okay.
I see no evidence for it either.
No, I know less, bro, so. But that's interesting, though.
It is interesting.
That's kind of ironic for the neuroscientist to...
Yeah, he was like studying his own case and presenting it as he's like talking about because he found other good psychopaths, right?
Oh shit, he was on the grind looking for.
He was like looking for these.
I need to find these other guys.
Like, yo, I can't be the only one, right? You know.
Okay.
Because I mean, think about how well he was raised and conditioned as a kid to not even know that he was a psychopath after he was studying this shit.
Yeah, that's insane. But I'm sure just in life experiences, he saw how his family members reacted towards certain things and was probably like, he probably caught on. He's probably like a really smart dude.
It was habitual. I mean, I think yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, he just probably caught on and was just like, yeah, I guess this is the way. He probably was self-aware of it. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know how many are, but he probably was self-aware and was like, damn, why is it that when mom does this or XYZ, they feel like that and I don't, like, he didn't see the connection. He was like, yo, there's something up with me.
Yeah, he didn't cry when grandma died or anything.
That's why I don't understand how he took that long to...
Yeah.
But whatever, it's interesting. I don't know.
I guess he was probably looking at it in terms of his own behavior. And in his own behavior, it was conditioned by the way that he was sort of... the behavior that was modeled around him.
Yeah,
and the shit that was...
you don't think if that happened to you, you'd be asking fucking questions like, yo, why don't I cry when grandma... Or why has so many events happen that were traumatic that a normal...
See, I don't know if that many events happened to him that were traumatic.
That's a good one too. So, people could live very good lives.
He talks about how lucky he was in his life. Like he's
damn, he was just a lucky one then, for real.
So he really goes off on that. I'll see if I can send you that.
That's interesting. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I remember that lecture though. It was pretty interesting. I think ending it at psychopaths is a good one. Yeah, we could end it here, bro. We could do that. I'm a little tired. Same. I'm thirsty as fuck. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Swag, and thank you for listening. It's an honor. Peace.